I'm at the community garden in Pegram, and we're looking at a wonderful collection of raised beds. This one here has some, looks like some lemon balm and herbs and peppers and things in it, but what I want to talk about is these boards here. These are some nice 2x12s that they've nailed together with a little 2x4. They screwed it together, it looks like. And they're about 5 feet wide or so you can easily reach into the center of the bed from any part of the bed. And it's raised up a little bit off the ground, makes it easy to work on. These are 6x6s. It's going to make a little stronger, solid bed, kind of handy where you can sit down on it and tend your plants. And of course you can put pretty rocks on it too, if you want to. And so I like these a little better. They look like they'd last a bit longer, and they're just toe-nailed in together at the edges here, and looks like he's got them overlapping. So they've done a good job of building these. Tennessee is home to one of my favorite trees, sassafras. You know, you can make a tea out of the roots. It tastes like root beer. Anyway, sassafras is a little more rot resistant than other kinds of woods like oaks and poplars and stuff. So they've got some sassafras from the forest right over here, and they brought them in and split them. And then they are using these for their raised bed. I guess they didn't split them, they actually chainsawed them, it looks like. Yeah, and this will last for several years, and it gives it a really nice old-timey look, and it's more natural. Now, of course, you can't sit on it or anything like that, but this is just a great way to build stuff with materials that they've got. Some little stakes that they put in and built these up, and that probably didn't take very long, and they've got themselves a really nice bed. And this garlic is in another sassafras raised bed, and this is a good way it keeps the weeds from climbing in from the paths, and really defines exactly where you're gardening and where you're walking. And so when we build raised beds like this, we don't ever walk on them, because that's going to compact the soil. We want to keep that soil real loose and fluffy all the time. And raised bed gardening is a good way to do that. And you can tell by the health of the garlic there that it likes it too. Yeah. This is one of the hardest woods we have in Tennessee, called black locust. And it is probably the most rot resistant wood we have. Now up where I live at, we make these things, we would use cedar, because that's what we have a lot of. But black locust is even better, and it doesn't have the sapwood that cedar does. The white part of the cedar will rot out. But this black locust, it'll be here forever. Yeah, it's just a great wood, and they're using it here for a little herb bed. This is oregano, and this is fennel. Looks like it's at bronze fennel. Raised beds require more water than when we garden on flat land. Just the nature of being mounded up is going to dry out on the sides. So most raised bed gardens will have the drip irrigation in it. All in all, raised beds are a great way to have a garden in your backyard. It's real easy to define where your lawn is and where your paths are and where your beds are. And you can make them out of any number of things. Cement blocks or stones are the ancient way of building terraces and rock gardens. I love the diversity here, though. There's a diversity of plants in this garden. There's a diversity of styles of beds. They're not tied to any one thing. They're just kind of winging it and going with it. So it's a beautiful thing up here at the Pegram Garden.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.